Today, I'm taking a close look at the Rubric Tool 20 Grit Masonry Rubbing Brick with the fluted body. I've used similar blocks in the past, so I know what to expect from a tool like this, but I still wanted to check how this one stacks up. You will find a link to purchase this and other models at a discount in the description below the video. You can place your order right now. And before we go deeper, I should say this up front. I can't show the unboxing or the tool in hand, so you're seeing a screencast. It's not ideal, but it still lets me walk through what matters when you're picking a masonry rub brick.
Did you know that the best discounts on Amazon last only a few hours? That's why I launched 2 channels where I publish the highest discounts on Amazon products in real time every day. Follow the link in the description and subscribe to our Threads and Telegram channels right now to consistently save money on your everyday purchases.
The first thing that stands out here is the 20 grit rating. This grit level is rough enough to cut down raised concrete spots and smooth edges, but it's not so coarse that it tears the surface apart. When you deal with old steps, uneven footings, or leftover form lines, 20 grit tends to give a good balance. It's not a finishing grit though, it's more of a working grit you use when you need material removal, but when it keeps some control. The block uses a fluted pattern. That helps the dust clear out faster so the surface doesn't clog during longer passes. On smoother blocks, you can feel them drag once they load up with fine powder. The fluted design makes the tool feel lighter in use because it doesn't stick to the concrete as the channels scrape and vent debris. That's usually the thing that decides if a rub brick feels usable over time or if it becomes a wrist killer. Weight matters too. A proper masonry brick needs heft to do the grinding for you. If it's too light, you end up pressing harder, which gets tiring fast. This model sits in a reasonable mid-range. It's heavy enough to be effective, but not so dense that your grip gives out. Speaking of grip, the top shape is simple but practical. Nothing fancy, just something you can hold without slipping. With wet concrete dust, that matters more than people think. Durability is usually where cheaper masonry bricks fail. The outer edges chip or the grit falls out. Based on the specs and common feedback on similar fluted blocks, this one should hold up fine for small to medium jobs. I wouldn't expect it to survive heavy commercial grinding or days of scraping old slabs, but for home repairs, adjusting a patio corner, or cleaning form marks, it should do the job without breaking down too fast. When it comes to results, don't expect a polished finish. A 20 grit brick leaves a rougher surface that you may need to follow with a finer block if you want something smoother. This tool is more about leveling, shaping, and removing marks. It's good for knocking down sharp edges on cast concrete or smoothing spots before sealing. If you try to jump straight to a fine finish using only this block, you'll probably be disappointed. There's also the simple reality that manual rubbing takes effort. Power grinders exist for a reason, but a rub brick gives more control, less dust spread, and no risk of gouging the surface with a wheel. For tight corners or small repairs, a brick like this often makes more sense than firing up a grinder. If you work with concrete even occasionally, having one of these around is handy. It's not a specialty tool that gathers dust in a drawer. It solves small frustrations that show up again and again. A fluted 20 grit brick lands in that middle zone where it's strong enough for shaping, but not too aggressive for basic cleanup. That's the rundown. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe. It helps a lot.